got you.
Lined up in a single back formation. Jennings going to secure the handoff. And Davis is the one who made the big stop.
The Panthers guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got in the backfield and made the tackle.
It's loading.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Thompson's all over that offense and brings him down.
The Giants offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play.
Okay, here we go.
Run,
full screen.
That's
We're
just
watching
a bad job by the offensive
Giants
line.
versus Panthers.
Now looking at
Dude,
third
I can
down.
hear myself through the screen.
The Giants will look to get to the 37 to pick up a first down. Launches it down.
How's it going?
He brings it in.
Oh, I just heard Dave. I can hear myself through the screen. You can turn it off.
Eli Manning, when you talk about this Giant offense, to me it's about downfield throws. They do it a lot, and they're good at it. Nice throw by Eli Manning.
Moving it to the other side of the field at the 49.
Here.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Looking across the middle. Jumps high and comes down with it.
Jim Nantz, that was the old fly route. When we were kids, that's what they called it. See if you can fly by the defensive back. He did that time. Nice throw and catch.
Scrimmage, the 27. Let's see how they back up the big play here. Manning will take the snap from the shotgun. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one.
What a nice corner route run by the receiver. He fakes the defensive back out, and look at the quarterback. He knows that little move. When he stuck it, he let him out to the corner. Nice throw, nice catch.
First down following the long play. Manning's going to take it from the gun. Touchdown, New York Giants. And they've got a lead for themselves midway through the first thanks to that touchdown.
Yeah, it was a good drive that time. It had a little bit of everything in it, and it just gives you tremendous.
Hold on a minute. They're going to stop play and take another look at that last one. So now they're going to take a look at the replay and try to determine if the spot of the ball was accurate or not.
When you talk about challenging the spot of a football, it has to be a clear-cut decision for the official. They're not going to move that football 2 inches or 3 inches. It has to be at least a half a yard before they're going to change what they see on the replay.
On the field is reversed.
Well, it was called one way on the field. It was a booth review, and the call is overturned. And now they'll try over again on second down. Dropping back 3. What a catch. Touchdown. Still 3.5 quarters of football to play, but that touchdown gives them the lead here early.
Yeah, no, there's a long way to go. There's no doubt it, but you gotta like your situation in the field that your football team has, getting that score and being on top.
Now they come out for the point after. Of course, this year, the new rule, the PAT, is snapped from the 15-yard line, making the point after 13 yards longer than the pass, a 33-yard point after attempt.
The Giants' defense will now be ready to get on the field. Their offense moved the ball over 80 yards on that last drive. Really no answer for them on what was a very impressive drive.
He's got a chance to return this one.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The Panthers bringing their offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here.
Brought down by Jason Pierre-Paul.
Nice job that time by the defense getting the sack. The blitz was well-timed. When it's well-timed, the offense doesn't have time to react, and they get a good sack.
Benjamin makes the catch. Benjamin's taken down at the 40.
When you talk about the play-action pass game, it's really when you call it. You got to be in a situation where the defense is thinking run, and when they are, do you have the courage, or I should say the smarts, to fake the run and throw the football? Good call that time by the offense.
Into the hands of Kelvin Benjamin. That's reception number 2 for him.
Well, that's a good route that time by the receiver. They call that a post route. And they call it a post route because he is running towards the goal post. Nice throw and catch.
The Panthers snap it at the 41. Makes the catch in open space.
I love seeing the post route against defenses that are up there being aggressive, trying to stop the run. You go down the field. How about that? Stick that foot into the ground, make that break at 10 yards, and run right down the middle of the field on that post route.
A near interception that time by Rogers Cromartie. Set up now at the 12-yard line. The Giants lined up in the nickel. 2nd down and 10. In his hands, complete. Touchdown. And with the second quarter looming, they've gotten themselves out of the hole with that touchdown.
Yeah, it just gives them confidence, Jim. Everybody, it picks up the defense. Of course, it picks up the offense, and it gives the coaches a whole new way to look at this football game as we get ready to finish off this first quarter.
Benjamin's over on the sidelines, probably still getting some praise for that last drive. He had over 70 yards receiving on that scoring drive. He'll have a chance to take off. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Giants have tried to stretch the field vertically, and they certainly have. Manning's been showing off that cannon he has for an arm.
Yeah, he's got it all, doesn't he? When you watch him throw the football down the field, you can see the arm strength, but the biggest thing is you can see that wonderful touch on the football. He is laying that football in there right on the money.
Double tight end formation. First down at the 21. And Cruz is there to catch the ball that had a lot of heat on it.
When you get aggressive safeties who like to get up there and try to stop the run, The post route is an awesome way to take advantage of that. Go down the field 10 to 12 yards, plant that outside foot, run towards the goalpost. Nice throw, but
Intercepted. He's brought down. Late in the first, and it looks like the offense now has a great opportunity to break the tie.
yeah, now it's time to go out there and get something done. My gosh, you practiced all week. You know, I kept hearing from the coaches, and so did you, Jim, how good they looked in practice on the offensive side. Well, show it to me.
The Panthers offense coming back onto the field. It was a good drive for them last time they had it, all the way down to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, you know, in this game, Jim, it's all about momentum. And when you feel you got the momentum on your side, you got to take advantage of it. So now I think it's up to the offensive coordinator to call the right plays. That is an impressive play, no doubt about it. And nowadays, from these receivers, we see one of these every single game. Hey, these guys are good.
First down here. Newton's back at it now. Dropping back once again. Makes the catch. Touchdown. They take the lead here late in the first quarter with the touchdown.
Yeah, nothing like it. Before that first quarter was up, they found a way to get into the end zone and get that score to take the lead. And, hey, that's a good feeling.
Driving extra point is good. Newton's going to look on now from the sidelines. That last drive, he contributed more than 50 yards in the air. Parker's got it. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Giants offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football.
Going to take it the distance. The 10. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. They've tied the game as this first quarter is winding down. I'm sure they're thrilled not to have to start the second quarter facing a stiff uphill climb.
Oh, absolutely. You got to be thrilled to be tied at this spot right now. The defense has been a little shaky here early in this football game, but the offense, great job of bouncing back and getting TD.
And the point after is good. Got a tie game here now, and what's been a good one so far. The score's 14-14. Josh Brown about to boot it down the field. And he'll start his return. Charging ahead. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. The Panthers offense would like to drive for another touchdown, only they would like to think that this time it won't go to waste and their defense might step up at some point here, Phil.
Well, all they can do is just go out there and score again. Don't worry about your defense. Don't start thinking about that. Worry about your job, what you're doing on the offensive side, because what you have been doing has been terrific.
The Panthers come out at a 2 tight end set. This play will hold up. He's inbounds. That's 5 receptions on the day.
Quarterbacks always love play action passes. Why? Because it usually gives them a little more time to throw. When you get more time, you're going to make a better decision and you're going to be more accurate.
Stewart lined up in the backfield. Wants to go deep. The ball is jarred loose.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
This should be the last play of the quarter. And it's picked off by Rodgers Cromartie.
just a few steps away from the old Giants Stadium site, MetLife Stadium, home to the Giants and the Jets.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
Intercepted.
That's a timeout by the defense. They come to the line, and it's first down. The Panthers this time will go with two tight ends.
Cam Newton unleashes the long pass.
Benjamin's been option 1, 2, and 3 on offense today, Phil, as he just keeps piling up receptions at the wideout position.
Jim, he just has that special skill. He knows how to get open, and the quarterback is putting the football on the money.
Pierre-Paul gets to the quarterback.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
Stewart is in the backfield. One-handed grab. Phil, that's one of the best one-handed catches we've seen all year, isn't it?
Jim, that's one of the best. You don't see many this outstanding. And these wide receivers, if they can't get two hands on the football, they've taught themselves over time just to go up or stretch as far as they can and get that one hand on it. And it is amazing how many times they make the catch.
It's now second down. The Giants come out in a dime package.
Got drilled as he throws it.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10.
Two tight ends on the field here.
Going for the home run. Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play. Cam Newton takes a look now from under center.
Who has it? Is it? Yes, it's an interception.
The Panthers that time go for it on 4th down, and they fail. I did not understand the decision, but you got to make sure your team doesn't get down from that. You got to keep them up.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Panthers official. He does have an upper body injury of some kind, but guys, it doesn't appear to be a big concern. The medical staff's cleared him to return as soon as he feels ready. Back to you.
And it's complete over to Cruz. That's another reception. Give him 2.
Well, they call it the post route because you're running towards the goal post, but a good route that time by the receiver making that cut. He gets open, gets behind the defense, and a nice throw.
And intercepted.
We're early in the second, and the offense looks to break the tie after the defense gets them the ball back.
Well, it's about time somebody in this game just takes control of the situation. And what better opportunity than right now, after that interception, go out there and make a play and take the lead.
The Panthers have it at the 44. The ball is caught by Kelvin Benjamin. The Panthers are tied up right now, and part of what's been working for them is the passing game. Newton's play has been spectacular.
Boy, spectacular. That's right. That is the word for it. He's throwing the football well. He does have good wide receivers. And how about the offensive line? Let's give them a lot of credit. They are doing a fantastic job.
Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
Second down after the incompletion. Looking long. The defender appeared. Touchdown, Panthers.
Benjamin, second touchdown of the game.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
Makes the PAT. The Panthers setting up here for the kickoff. Parker's going to test the coverage here. And it's the same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. The Giants just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim?
On his way. The 30, the 20, the 10. Going to take it home for the touchdown.
As we edge closer to halftime, the game is now tied. They've given themselves a whole lot of momentum here midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, what a job by the offense. They got down there. They got that touchdown. But, you know, also I have to take the defense to task a little bit here. They made some calls that I did not agree with.
The Giants have erased the deficit and can tie it right here. Extra point was good. Got a tie game now. Getting set to kick it off. The score's 21-21. Whitaker on the return. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Panthers come back out. Let's see if they can answer now with a touchdown of their own. Of course, last time the offensive unit was on the field, they took it down, marched in for a score.
I don't see why they can't answer. Everything is working, and so they're coming out there full of confidence. And we know football players, especially on the offensive side, when they have confidence, man, they play their best.
First down at the 24. Flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's an illegal block in the back, and they now will be backed up some yardage.
Yes, always remember as a blocker, you need to get your head in front of the defender, and you got to get your front shoulder in front also to make it legal.
Deck the quarterback.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
Second down and in a very precarious spot. The Panthers are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. And here's the throw. Camp, another interception. Well, Phil, we were wondering if one of the defenses would show up, and here they are with the pick.
Yeah, listen, we got us a quarterback over there on the other side, Jim. He likes to throw those interceptions, so you just got to hang in there, and you know, sooner or later, he's going to make a big mistake.
The Giants bring their offense back onto the field. Touchdown drive the last time they had it as they attack that secondary.
It's
intercepted! They'll take it at the 20. Midway through the second quarter now, we'll see an offense finally take control and break this tie, perhaps.
Well, I don't know. We could. I know the defense coming out on the field, they're mad because their offense just turned it over. So I think it's going to be hard to take control of this game by going down and scoring.
The Panthers are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of saying it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. 2nd and 10. Takes the hit, throws. The pass play fails to work, and now it's 3rd down. Newton with the deep throw. No one's going to get him now. The 20, the 10, and in for the touchdown. And we're halfway through the second quarter, and with the touchdown trip, they are now in front in this ball game.
And this game's flying along. We've seen some good play in it, but that drive right there was not a good job by the defensive front. They were all over the place, and it allowed the offense to execute some plays and take the lead.
Newton's going to have a tough time upstaging what he did on that scoring drive, passing for over 80 yards against a defense that had no answers for him.
Parker's got it on the fair catch as the offense heads out now. The Giants offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So
pass is intercepted. After a first quarter that saw nothing but offense, here's a defensive play.
Yeah, I like what they did that time on the defensive side. The coaches changed some things up, gave the players a chance to make a play, and they got it done.
The Panthers have put together a tremendous offensive performance here today, but it's another takeaway. We haven't seen many defensive highlights after the first quarter and a half, but finally we get one.
Yeah, we did. We finally saw a highlight from the defensive side, Jim. Why? Because pressure on the quarterback. When you get near these quarterbacks, they're going to throw off target, and they got that interception.
The Giants had such a promising start to this game offensively, but things have certainly dried up since the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, look, I think it's we got a pattern here, Jim. The defense is playing bad, so the offense, you got to make your mind up, go out there and be aggressive in your play calls because you need points.
The Giants have gone to the air here in the first half, and one wideout has stood out. Beckham has piled up receptions and really been a big part of the passing attack.
I think like in any sport, what do you want to do? Go to the hot guy. And the hot guy is outside, and they're finding ways to throw it to him. It's just a great job by the offense.
Looking long. Incomplete.
Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
Setting up now at the 44-yard line.
Second down and 10.
He climbs the ladder and has it. That's another reception, giving him 2. That receiver, Phil, is a quarterback's dream. Going high in the air on a high throw and getting the reception.
Oh, man, do quarterbacks love that? They throw it and think, oh, my gosh, that's bad. They're ready to chase the defender down with an interception. But no, the wide receiver goes up and just makes an awesome catch.
But the hit knocks the ball out.
Beckham's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
Coming to the line at the 27.
Second and 10.
And Jennings got it on the handoff.
Well, when it's third and long, I just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
This is third down.
Eli Manning will take it from the center here. And the QB is hit and dropped by Short.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on third down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
The coach is going to go for it.
The Panthers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
He's picked off again.
We've seen plenty of big plays offensively in this first half, but just before we get to the intermission, a big play from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? Now they're allowed to go into the locker room at halftime. Before, I don't know, the coach might have kept them outside. They played so bad, but a good job that time getting the interception.
Knocked down as he fires it. Here we have second down.
And there's a drop.
Well, if you're the offensive coordinator here in a third and long situation and you're winning a close game, you'd like to pick this up. But also, you got to make sure you call a play that doesn't put the offense at too much risk. Tough call coming up here for the coordinator.
The Giants with a nickel look here on defense.
Third and 10.
Another interception. Phil, just before the half, we finally see one of these defenses come up and make a play.
It's good to see. You know, you get tired sometimes in this league with all the rules and everything they do and all these plays and formations, all about the offense. That time, the defense stepped up and got it done.
Randall's tackled down at the 17. That's his third catch of the day.
In this league now, you got to keep these wide receivers and quarterbacks guessing. You just can't come out there and play man-to-man every play and think that's going to work. You got to mix in some zones, some blitzes, and then occasionally go man-to-man coverage.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. All right, following the 2-minute warning, we've got a defense trying to maintain the lead as we head towards halftime. 1st and 10. Throws the pass. Almost intercepted.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. If you make a quick break on the football, hey, you'll get in position like this and you can knock it down.
Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Rings it in for the score in the end zone. Boy, things suddenly feel a lot different as that touchdown ties things, Phil, right before the intermission.
Oh, yeah, it just changes everything. It puts one team in a funk because they let the other team tie it up. And, of course, when you're the team that's behind and you score that touchdown to tie it up before halftime, man, that makes you feel great.
Extra point is good. The Panthers await the kick as the game has been tied here late in the second quarter. Scores 28-28. Takes off from the 5. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Panthers offense, I got to tell you, Phil, I've run out of superlatives.
When you run out of words, that is a unique situation. So you're right, though. The offenses have been great. It's been fun to watch. I know the fans love it.
Olsen's a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. Makes the catch in the open field.
Nice job that time by the runner. Gets out of bounds after the play. You got under 2 minutes, and you need to stop the clock, so he gets it done.
Newton's completion percentage, 50% on the day. First down at the 41. And it's batted down.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometimes deep down the middle. The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
Newton's pass will go for an incompletion this time.
Third long situations, a lot of coordinators in this league will run a draw play on third long. Why? Because they're just looking for field position, pick up a few yards, and then by some miracle, if the running back's able to make guys miss, break some tackles, and pick up a first down, man, that's just gravy.
Heading into the half, this defense was looking for something to build on, and it just got it.
Did they ever? They needed some positive reinforcement before halftime came around. They finally got it. That should make them feel a little bit better going into the locker room.
Going for it on 4th down. Stewart's in the backfield. Single back set. The Panthers from the 37. The grab is made by Kelvin Benjamin. The Giants. Been caught off guard there on that 4th down play.
Well, why? Why would you be caught off guard in a situation like this? You always have to be ready on the defensive side. That time they were not.
Newton's completion percentage, 50% on the day. First down coming up. And it's knocked down.
Nice job that time by the defensive player. He is all over the receiver in this man-to-man coverage, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football.
At the line of scrimmage, the 41.
It's a too tight end formation. 2nd down and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2. The Panthers use another timeout here, and they have 1 left. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. 3rd down and 2. Looking across the middle. Conchery's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. That's his 5th catch of the day.
The post route, deep down the field, going towards the goalpost. It's not called enough in this league. Nice throw by the quarterback.
Stewart's lined up directly behind the quarterback here.
Intercepted.
Nearing the half in what has been an offensive shootout, and finally one of these defenses steps up and makes a play.
Sooner or later, somebody on the defensive side, if you're attacking the offense, you're going to get in position to make a play, and the defense did it right there.
Manning's looking to go down the field here.
Coach is going to have a hard time calling deep throws down the field when the quarterback shows he can't even get it out there. That time he underthrows the football badly.
2nd and 10. Heaving it down the field. He caught it.
The Giants, 1 timeout remaining.
First down on the way. That long gain sets them up here on this play. Going deep.
Tough catch. And there's a timeout, so we'll take one with them. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First down, offense readying for the snap. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play.
The reception by Beckham.
He's in for the touchdown, but there is a flag down.
Whatever blocking the ball, offense.
The defense will take the penalty.
The only thing that could stop these offenses, halftime. We've reached it in a high-scoring affair. All tied up. Larry Ridley is coming up next with all the highlights.
The Giants prepared to return the kickoff.
The second half is underway. Which offense will create separation first? That's the question.
Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20.
Looking at this comparison, Phil, it's fun to see these two quarterbacks going head-to-head in a tightly contested game.
Yeah, so well played on the offensive side by both teams. The quarterbacks, they've been very sharp. They're on target with the football, and their offensive lines are playing very well.
And now here's the first snap of the second half. Randall's a foot race to the end zone. Now at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown. Just moments into the third quarter, and they've wasted no time asserting themselves, finding the end zone, and going in front, Phil.
Well said, Jim. They did not waste any time on the offensive side, but I'll say this, the defense, they wasted halftime. They must not have been listening to their coach.
The Giants getting set for the extra point. It's good. The Panthers are prepared to return the kickoff. Whitaker on the return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers haven't had a very productive drive in quite a while here, Phil. Do they need to switch things up to get this train rolling again?
Absolutely. Switch it up. Switch up the play call. Show some different formations. Try to catch the defense by surprise. If you do that, that's going to greaten your chances of having success. Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Stewart lined up as the single back. Newton's unable to connect that time.
Well, it's a tight game up to this point. You got third and long. You're losing by a few points. You can't win the game on this play, but I'll tell you what, you can sure lose it. If you force this football down the field, you have a turnover, it could be the end of the game.
The Panthers will take the snap from the 25. And they sack him on third down, and they force the quick 3 and out. Just out of the half, and it looks like the defensive adjustments in the locker room worked out.
I don't know if it's the adjustments, Jim, or just the fact that they were embarrassed by the way they played in the first half.
They bring back out the offense to go for it. The Panthers need to get to the 35 to pick up a first. It's Kelvin Benjamin with the football. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. He's drilled as he throws.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time, he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
Cam Newton takes a look now from under center. Second down and 10. Nice catch.
The Panthers, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve.
He's in for the touchdown, but hold on a minute. There's a flag down. There's a flag away from the football.
Holding offense.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense.
At the 33.
First and 20. He robs him of the interception. He turns around and defends the pass.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
The Panthers take it from the 33. Benjamin's got it on in stride, and he's home for the touchdown. That touchdown ties the game here in the early stages of the second half, Phil.
What a job. Way to come out in the second half, early in the third quarter, and just getting it done. Man, that makes you feel good, and I know the coaches are pumped up about that.
The Panthers with a PAT to tie the contest. The point after is good. The Giants